As I don't make my tutorials just to show you what I can do, but to help you get to the point that you can do what I can do, I decided to go back on how to do the berries and the leaf. So let's start with the components that I showed you in the tutorial with the holly berry leaf. So first, do a jelly roll from the white and red Skinner blend. And extended, I will make 2 berries, one with the pinpoint spot of light and one with the semicircular spot of light. Then make a jelly roll with the red and the alizarin crimson. The one with the white, I extended it to twice the size because I'm going to need it for both canes, but the alizarin crimson, no. Then make the stem jelly roll from the alizarin crimson and the black. This time put the black inside, and that is a little bit too long, too much, so I will be reducing and cutting it. Then you will need some extra red and some extra alizarin crimson. So I am first reducing the stem, the black and the alizarin crimson, because it has to be about half the size of the pinpoint light jelly roll. Then cut in, I'm cutting this one in 2. Why you don't do a fan fold is because you need a little bit of circular movement in this piece of cane. And you can do it by cutting it in 2 or by cutting it in 3. If you cut it in 4, it's not getting enough circular movement. Now let's separate what we need for each of the 2 canes. I'm going to cut in half the spot of light, and then I'm going to cut pieces from the stem and strips from the red clay on the thickest setting on the pasta machine. Run the alizarin crimson on the thinnest setting. Now let's cut pieces of the stem, black and alizarin crimson jelly roll, and separate the components in each of the canes. One of the halves of the spot of light, I am flattening it. Now let's do that one first. You take your flattened spot of light, and then you have 2 choices. You can simply wrap it around the stem, or you can place a sheet of red between it and the stem. It depends how far from the stem you want the spot of light to be. In the holly berry cane, I did not put a sheet of red, and that's why I thought of putting one here so you can see the difference. Then start wrapping red around the whole construction, and it is up to you how much you want to wrap. You can wrap just once, or you can wrap 2 times. But then you will have to add more red on one of the sides. So that the stem and spot of light will be on one side of the berry, not in the middle. Well, of course, you can place it in the middle if you want, but I found that they look more realistic if the stem and the spot of light are on one side. Then place the shadow, because that's what that red and the alizarin crimson does, creates the illusion of a little bit of shadow. And always make sure that when you place your berry in the cane, you place it with the shadow side down. Of course, you can place one one way and then turn it upside down and place the other one the other way, so that way you'll have variation. Not all your berries will look alike. And then once you do that, just press to remove any air pockets and make your berry all nice and round. Remember, always roll with the palm of your hand, not with your fingers, because you leave grooves. Then wrap it in the alizarin crimson, run on the thinnest setting. And this is your semicircular spot of light berry. And of course, this can be done with other kinds of berries, not just the holly. You can do this with blueberries, with cranberries, you name it. Now let's do the second one. Again, take your stem and this time wrap it in red. Again, the red is on the thickest setting. And once you wrap it fully, add the pinpoint light. Make sure that it's straight, that's why I put my blade there. Just put the jelly roll with the white in the middle next to it. And then wrap them together. And again, you will have to add more red on one side. Try and make your layers equal. And just fold so you can add more on one side. Again, you can make it more towards the middle, but I think that they look more realistic if the spot of light and the stem are on one side of the berry, not and now I'm kind of starting to run out of pomegranate red as well. These were my very last pieces, and I'm glad I had enough to do at least the berry one. And I promise, as soon as I get my clay order in, I will do the leaf as well. And then place your shadow. And again, squeeze in the middle. I decided to put a little bit more red on that side. Squeeze the potential air pockets inside. Then roll it nice and round. And then wrap it in the alizarin crimson on the thinnest setting. Yeah, I know I should have cut that end, but it went faster this way. And there we go. You have one berry that has a pinpoint light and the other berry that has a semicircular light spot that you can use in whatever festive Christmas canes you want to make. Happy holidays and happy claying!